BYD Atto 3 2026. Budget, relaxed, or suddenly quick? Quick Cuts flash the new performance variant, a charging stat that promises faster pit stops and close-ups of its sharper fascia. The question lands hard and simple. Can a value electric suddenly behave like a sports car? Or is this an exercise in clever packaging that borrows performance rhetoric without the real spirit of a driver's car? We will look closely at what changed for 2026. The new performance hardware, charging architecture, and safety story that now circles headlines. This is not a superficial facelift, but an evolutionary turn that asks whether BYD is stretching the Atto 3 from smart commuter to sporty crossover, and what that means for everyday owners who want speed without surprise. For 2026, BYD adds an AWD performance variant that dramatically raises peak power and torque. And filings and industry reports suggest a high-voltage architecture that could support much faster DC charging. These are headline changes that transform the Atto 3 from an efficiency-first compact into a contender, promising genuine sprint numbers and shorter refuel stops on long routes. Visually, the refreshed Atto 3 keeps its compact proportions, but tightens details into a sportier stance. Wider haunches, a reworked bumper, and new wheel options give athletes a visual cue without blowing the family-friendly silhouette, balancing urban friendliness with an assertive posture that hints at more grip and presence than the outgoing model. Inside the cabin, the Atto 3 remains pragmatic yet polished, with a large central screen, clear HMI flows, and functional materials tuned for durability. It feels full spec in its class, with driver aids and connectivity that read as modern and useful rather than ostentatious, offering the kind of everyday convenience that buyers in premium markets expect for daily commutes. The new performance tune sharpens acceleration and changes the personality. In mixed city and highway use, the Atto 3 trades lethargy for intent, with faster off-the-line responses and stronger overtakes that rewrite how owners will use the car. Yet the chassis focus remains balanced, not extreme. So the car adds punch without turning itself into an unforgiving track toy. If the high-voltage architecture proves real, it meaningfully cuts DC charging times and alters trip planning, turning long runs from chore into feasible day trips with shorter stops. Faster charging reduces range anxiety for active owners. But remember, real-world benefit depends on charger availability and the practical power actually delivered at public stations in your region. A crucial caveat is the assisted driving record. Regulators and independent testers have flagged shortcomings in earlier Atto 3 driver assist implementations, and that history requires we scrutinize whether the updated systems meet stricter standards before recommending full confidence for highway assistance. Safety story matters as much as headline speed. In short, the 2026 Atto 3 performance variant can surprise you with sportier thrust and faster charging potential, but buy only after checking which drivetrain and ADAS spec you are getting and whether fast chargers exist on your routes. Tell us below. Would you trade extra thrill for the practicality BYD originally sold, or is this a bridging move you welcome? Subscribe for the full test.